3 things to never tell a woman. And look, I'm not saying you have to be lying to people, but there are different reasons she's asking those questions. And you have to really understand what she's asking for instead of responding to the logical content. Hi guys, my name is Alexander. I help people to develop their lifestyle, their social skills, their confidence and charisma, so they can live social lives of their dreams. Here are the top 3 things that you should never tell a woman. So first, a little bit of a context. I'm not saying you have to be lying, but as mentioned before, there are different reasons she would ask you those questions, especially in the close relationships. You really have to be listening to the subcontext of communication. You have to be understanding the reasons she's asking those questions. And it's not necessarily done by using your logical brain, but more about using your emotional intelligence. Really feeling what actually is she needing in the moment. So without further ado, here's number 3. And that is, do not respond to the question, do I look fat in this dress? Right? If you've been with if you had a girlfriend, if you had a wife, if you've seen anyone for long enough, she would ask you, do I look fat in this dress? Do I look fat today? Do I look this way or that way? Do I look ugly? There is no need to give an honest answer to this question and to get caught up in kind of thinking even what to say. This is a request for reassurance that you still like her, that she's still wanted, that she's still lovable, right? That she can be appreciated, right? That she can be loved by you, really. It's that simple. Really, the question is, do you still love me? Right? And it takes a wise and experienced man to understand that. A lot of the young guys get kind of like, what? No, you look fine, leave me alone, like I'm busy, can't you see I'm playing my video games or doing my work? But that is really called for not just attention, but called for some compassion, some love. And look, there's a specific reason she's saying fat. People in general, people see themselves differently on a different day. Depending on how your mood is, you might think you're more attractive on one day, and then you might look at yourself at another day. You might say, damn, I look terrible today. And the same goes for girls. On a certain day, they think they're hot, they think they're sexy, they're feeling sexy, and then another time, they feel they're fat. Although maybe nothing has actually changed. Just the internal state, right? And that just kind of comes back to the thing that I always talk about, that your experience of life is always created from within, and your perception of yourself is quite often created from within, right? Yes, there are some physical traits that you can't change with your mind, but how you feel about yourself. Are you feeling attractive? Are you feeling confident? Are you feeling sexy? You know, is it in your body right now? That's depending on your experience. And so if she's having a bad day, quite likely she just needs some energy, some reassurance, and some love from you. Now, number 2, and that is the question, whether you think her friend is attractive. Now look, if you are dating an attractive woman, quite likely she will have at least some attractive friends, if not all attractive friends. Depends on what values she has. Some girls only want to be around attractive girls, some maybe want someone to be friendly and nice and sweet, so they might have a variety, but you know, maybe there's a friend that she has that's attractive and she's in some way jealous of her. She's in some way insecure. Maybe that girl is hitting the gym more, or maybe she has a better face, or I don't know, wears nicer dresses or anything. Right. Yeah, so maybe she's feeling quite insecure that her friend is more attractive than her, and that she might be able to steal you from her, right? Or she's just feeling that, oh my God, there's a risk that I'm less lovable, right? So if you're a guy like me, if you're a guy who's fairly in touch with his energy that attracts him to women, right? Quite likely there are a lot of women that just physically tick the box to be physically attractive enough. Now that doesn't mean that we will sleep with all of them, although I know some of you guys probably will. But you know, if you also care about some other qualities beyond attractiveness, like some character traits, some values, the direction in life she's going, maybe her commitment in life, what she's passionate about, all of these are also important. But if you just look at pure physicality, for most guys, they will sleep with a lot of women, a big chunk of women, right? That's a fact. So if she has 10 friends, you'll probably you'll probably find 5 or 6 of them attractive, okay? So don't give her the pure, raw, honest truth, that kind of masculine, unfiltered, like, yeah, I'll sleep with Jenny and Carrie and Clarissa and Tatiana or whatever. Actually look into what she's saying. She's asking for, oh my God, is this woman like more, is this woman kind of higher in an hierarchy of looks over me, and she's actually, am I in the risk of being less loved? And if you're together, then it's really loved by you, right? By you, her boyfriend, her husband, or whatever else date. So this is really, again, another opportunity to just reassure her and show her that you care about her, maybe beyond her looks. You also maybe compliment her looks. No, baby, you're, oh my God, you're so beautiful. You have a cute nose and your lips and this and that, yada yada. But also compliment her her qualities that are beyond physical. That has some of her character traits. Maybe she's very sweet. She's very caring. Maybe she's very attentive. Oh my God, honey, but you know, you're the best. Look at how you pack my lunch, or how you help me out with my clothes, or you always kind of pay attention to the little things I'm asking for, and you give me more than I could even think of myself. Or, you know, in some ways that she's improving your life beyond just pure looks and you know, kind of sexual life part of it. And I hope she's helping you with more than that in your life. So that is the opportunity for that. Okay. And final, number one, right? Number one thing to never tell a woman is how many women have you slept with, okay? And look, I'm not saying you have to be hiding it and pretend to be a virgin, or on the other hand, pretend that you've been with 1,000 women and you're this super cold player when you're actually been with one. But don't give a direct answer to that question. You know, play with it, because it's not really a question you want to be answering to anyone, right? It's quite a private information, and a lot of younger guys kind of put a lot of importance on it. Like and the modern people use the word body count. I really hate that way, because, you know, people are just a bit more than bodies. I don't really feel like it's a proper way to even ask that question. But sharing that information, it kind of just makes it a bit weird, because even answering that question makes you kind of fall into the frame that people are just you know, pure kind of physical entities of bodies. I don't really like answering that question, because it makes you fall into the frame that people are just bodies, you know, that you're just there for that pleasure. And look, it might be the case in the moment when you're doing it, right? But still, you know, you had your experience, you shared your moments, and it's not just primal. There is always something a little bit beyond it, right? We're not 100% kind of animals, kind of slightly evolved monkeys. There is a little bit more in humans, right? A little bit more of consciousness. But even going beyond that, it just makes you look a bit weird, right? Because if it's a low number, you might be embarrassed about it, because again, men put a lot of importance on their body count. And if it's a high number, then it might be quite disgusting to women, like, ew, you slept with so many women. So it's always going to be weird. So really the invitation is to be mysterious with it, because most people don't really want to hear the truth. She just wants to know how likely are you stay with her, right? And so, are you a boyfriend material, or are you kind of a fuckboy, again, using a modern term? And the way to see this is this: even if you slept with a lot of women, but you're committed to her, then it doesn't really matter whether you've been with 1 or 100, right? Because it's really the commitment that's important. And so the way to answer this question is to say, honey, all of these 1,000 hoes I've been with will never compare to you. I'm joking, right? Don't say it exactly like that. But look, you know, honey, everyone I've been with before you, I already forgot about, because you're so amazing, right? Really, this is an opportunity for that, for again, that reassurance. So look, guys, this has been 3 things, right? So we're gonna go over them again. Answering the question, do I look fat in this dress? Right? Answering the question, do you find my friend attractive? And how many women you've slept with. And look, just in conclusion, to remind you, I'm not inviting you to lie to people. I'm not inviting you to hide the truth. I'm not inviting you to manipulate or to say in some way that women are less than men and you need to lie to them and then be honest with men. No, in no way this is that. It's just that for most people, in majority of situations, sometimes they ask questions that they don't really want to have an answer to, and instead what they're asking for is more of an emotional need. They need to feel some peace with their emotions, and that's what they're really asking for. So often giving a clear-cut logical answer is just not wise, and wisdom is always higher than the truth. And as long as you remember that, you will have a beautiful life and beautiful relationships. Thank you for watching.